Hey guys, how is everybody doing? I hope your night's going well. It's about 11 o'clock on the East Coast here where I'm at. I haven't made a Patriot video in a while, so I figured I'd throw this one up. Since the Pats were pretty busy today, they made a couple of acquisitions and to kind of replace guys that we lost, and I figured that I could talk about a couple of them and give you my thoughts on what I thought of the signings. There's two major ones that I really want to talk about. They've made a few moves, but the two ones that I want to talk about that I think could make an more than likely make an immediate impact. There's two of them. There's Mike Pennell, I think his name is. That's how you say his last name, and Bruce Ellington. So one's a receiver. Bruce Ellington is a receiver, and Mike Pennell is a defensive lineman. So we'll talk about Ellington first. They as everybody knows, or at least all the Patriot fans out there know. And if you don't know, we lost Cordero Patterson to free agency. So he was kind of that gadget player that they could kind of plug him in anywhere and he could perform. It was actually kind of interesting last year to see how they used Patterson. He was even in there at running back at times because of his size, and he didn't do too bad. So but we lost him to free agency. So the Bruce Ellington signing is definitely a guy who could step in his place. He's kind of a gadget player. He could fill multiple roles, special teams roles, as a returner. He's got plenty of agility and speed to be a kickoff returner, and he's done kind of quite well as that in that role in the past. Also, as a replacement, as a backup receiver, he's got good hands. He's agile. He's got good footwork. So I think he could definitely fit that well too. And since the Patriots are kind of we don't really know too much about the receiving core, so all the help we can get on that front, any help we can get on that front is definitely needed. But the Pats have proven in the past that they, with coaching and scheme, that they can make players that they can basically coach players up and make them make a halfway decent or serviceable player into a pretty good one. So, but I think Bruce Ellington definitely fits that role well. I think he'll in the receiving and kickoff game, I think we're going to see almost an immediate impact out of him because it's definitely needed. So that's a good thing. Belichick likes those football. Belichick likes those guys that you're not just kind of limited to one role. He can put you in any different situation and you can perform well. He's always thought very highly of players like that. So the Bruce Ellington signing doesn't surprise me because he's definitely that type of a guy. The second one that I think is going to be able to make the most, almost an immediate impact would be Mike Pennell. Pennell, I think that's how you say his last name. Don't quote me on that, but I think so. He's a defensive lineman. Any help on the line? Because that's another position. That's another spot where we lost a lot of guys. Any help on the D line is definitely needed. We did pick up Michael Bennett, which is a good thing. And this guy, we're probably going to play Bennett and this Mike Pennell on the on the interior because Pennell's 330 pounds, so being that big and being on the interior is definitely a plus, because he'll be able to soak up a lot of double teams and free up our linebackers to fill those gaps and fill the holes needed to stop any runs from getting to the second, getting deep into the second level of the defense. So that's in my eyes, that's a really good signing as well. And the from what I've watched on Pennell, he's surprisingly agile and fast for his size. For 330 pounds, I encourage you guys, if you're Patriot fans, and even if you're not Pats fans, you should kind of go check him out. He's a big guy. He's 330 pounds, but he's really agile and he's really quick for his size. And that's definitely going to help. The defensive line last year is where we kind of struggled. There were games where teams, were able to run all over us, run all over the Patriots with pretty much little to no resistance at the defensive line level whatsoever. So having Michael Bennett and then this guy Pennell, the guy we grabbed today, it's definitely going to help. Having two big guys, like big physical guys like that in the middle of the defense is definitely going to help. So that he should definitely make an immediate impact. Teams are definitely, when they see those two big guys line up on the inside, they're definitely going to hesitate about running between the tackles now that we have two good sized, pretty agile defensive linemen. So that's a huge help. And then the third thing, this is just me being a concerned fan, but if they are going to make any other moves or anything like that, they're running awfully tight with the cap space, man. They don't have much room. So after these two signings, and then I believe they have to pay their draft pick. They have to pay their draft picks as well. So they're going to be cutting it awfully close. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if in the next 3 weeks you read that the Patriots have restructured some guys, and maybe even you're more than likely going to see Brady get extended. Another one that could possibly get extended is Kyle Van Noy, to save some money there, because I know he's due. You could probably take some of the higher more expensive contracts we have, and you could maybe chop off some of that salary and give it to him as like a signing bonus or something like that. But what I'm basically getting at, guys, is you're going to you're more than likely going to see the Pats make some salary moves to free up some money to make sure that they can pay their draft picks and pay all these guys that they have the money to basically do what they need to do before the season starts. So it wouldn't surprise me at all if you start seeing moves like that being made. All right, guys, I just wanted to throw this vid up there and just talk about some of the moves that the Patriots have made, and I do like them. I do like the Ellington and Pennell moves a lot. I definitely think those were smart moves and for the right price. So I appreciate everybody watching, guys. I hope you have a good rest of the night, and I will see you later. And as always, go Patriots.